Well, hello, First and Calvary family. Pastor Don here with another FaceTime with Pastor Don. And as you can see, we are not in my office this time. I'm up in the bell tower of the church. I love this place up here. Here's the bell here. You can see there's Juanita K. Hammond's Performing Arts Center out there. And from up here, you can see all directions all throughout Springfield. I can almost see my house from here, actually. And I'm up here because after church yesterday, I was going to get pizza with my son, Victor. And while we were waiting for the pizza, he said, "Dad, what is this legacy campaign all about?" And I described it to him, and I talked about how we're doing this campaign because our session wants to find a way for us, by God's will, to secure an enduring legacy that this future will continue to be here. And Victor understood, but I thought, okay, how do we talk about the legacy campaign in a way that is pictorial? And so I thought I would come up here. Here's one thing I know. I know that this bell here, we've been chiming the bell and ringing the bell here in the center, in the heart of Springfield for 94 years. I love thinking about the past 94 years of this church. I love haunting the history room. I was in there recently reading the original session minutes and the minutes from the very first congregational meeting after 6 months of the two churches being united, First Pres and Calvary Pres. And it's just beautiful stuff, thinking back on the history and the 94 years that this bell has been ringing in the heart of Springfield and bringing the gospel forward and calling people to come and grow in their faith. But what we don't know is what the next 100 years are going to be like. In 5 or 6 years, we're going to have our centennial. But what will it look like beyond that? You know, we have a history room in the church where you can go learn about the history, but we don't have a future room where you can go and peer off what is going to happen in the future of this church. And that's why in faith, we are praying that by God's will, we can do something today to ensure that not only will this great bell here be rung on our centennial in 2030, but that we can do something to know that this bell will be rung for another 100 years. What about our second century? And can we do something today, not just to enjoy proclaiming the gospel from the heart of Springfield, not just to enjoy being called to grow in our own faith here, but what can we do to ensure that this bell is going to keep ringing on and on and on into the future? That's what the legacy campaign is all about. And so when we think about it, for Victor and for all of us, we can think about this bell and the proclaiming and ringing out of the gospel over the last century and what will be happening in the coming century. So that's just an overview, pictorial image of it. We have 3 informational desserts where I'm just going to gather people together in the fellowship hall and talk more about this campaign. We have one on the 10th, the 14th, and the 17th. You can check out the webpage, the events page, etc., to find out information, or just call the church if you want to sign up as well. I hope to see you at one of the desserts, and I will see you in worship after this bell is rung next Sunday morning.